Okay, while we eat dinner, let's talk about tiny home and insurance. I'm actually going to break this up into two parts. The first part I'm going to talk about is insurance, and then the second part I will talk about the draw process and just kind of what you need and to just get ahead of yourself because I'm learning it now after the fact. And I know I'm wearing a white shirt and eating spaghetti, and that's a really bad idea, but so far we're doing good. Okay, so with insurance, if you go with the type of program that I went with 21st Mortgage, you are required to have insurance at closing. So the problem that I was struggling with was getting someone that was able to quote it and give me everything I needed to satisfy that. And it was mainly just a lot of unknown for me. There were things I didn't know. So I ended up just going with the insurance with the lender because I was like, look, I just want to close. I'll figure out insurance after. Well, when they emailed that policy, I'm very familiar with insurance. I'm licensed insurance as well as I review insurance with what I do for work. The policy they give you only covers just the tiny home and a small bit of contents. They don't allow you to choose the amount of contents or everything, right? So what is contents? Contents is what replaces our valuables inside the house if they were damaged. So if you have $20,000 worth of stuff, and we're talking, our refrigerators, our washers, our dryers, our couches, our clothes, our everything, all your stuff you have accumulated is only, you have 20,000 worth, but you only get 10,000 in coverage. That means if a flood happened, if water damage, fire, whatever the case is, you will only get that amount replaced. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna need to get another policy also because that's not enough. The other thing is I own land now. So with having land, there's liability, right? So the people that are gonna be installing the power, septic, well, the guys building the shops, if anyone got hurt on my property, I would need to ensure that I have coverage. I don't know what that noise is. Sure, I have coverage in case something happened and they can't come after me or my house, that it would be covered by my general liability. Well, they didn't even offer that. So I've been searching for quotes. I found a girl, she's great. I sent her everything and I was like, look, I'm putting a shop on. The shop is gonna carry all of my garage stuff, like anything you would have in the attic, that's going to be shop and garage. So I want everything inside of there protected. I need that building protected. And I was like, we could just deal with the tiny house next year. I'll just keep this policy since I already paid for it. She quoted everything out and it ended up being $200 cheaper, including the tiny house on that policy. Whereas it would have cost me more if I didn't. So now I'm in the process of switching that all out, but this all could have been avoided if I had found the right agent from the beginning that could achieve this goal of locking down a good insurance policy. So that would be my thing for you, is start early. As soon as you go under app and you know what land you're buying, what tiny home you're buying, and you have the details, go get that policy, go get a quote. They don't need the policy binded to close, they just need a quote. So that will make your life a million times easier, and there's way better bundles than the lender offers. Okay, so then go to part 2 and let's talk about